sometimes love appears where you least expect it, between people of different ages, different generations, and even within the same circle of friends. Such stories always evoke a lot of emotions and questions. Today, we're featuring a selection of films about complex romantic feelings, growing up, and forbidden loves. Subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Let's get started. Katie's Mom 2023. A teenager spends a lot of time at his best friend's house and gradually begins to notice that his friend's mother is going through a difficult time in her life. He sees her as both strong and vulnerable. Casual kitchen conversations and chance encounters gradually develop into an emotional attachment that both characters don't fully understand. The film shows how loneliness and the desire to be understood can lead to awkward and difficult situations. The main conflict here isn't romance, but the consequences of feelings that arise at the wrong time. Giants Being Lonely, 2019. Two high school baseball players dream of a career in sports, but their lives off the field are far from ideal. One of them faces a tense relationship at home, where an older woman exerts a strong influence on him. The story slowly reveals the inner struggles of teenagers, the fear of loneliness, the desire to be noticed, and the longing for intimacy. The film is more about the silence between words than the events, and shows how growing up can be painful and confusing. May, December, January, 2022. After a traumatic life event, a young man finds himself in a state of emotional emptiness. During this time, he meets an older woman who is also experiencing loss. Their encounters begin as casual conversations, but gradually become an important part of both their lives. They share memories, fears, and hopes. This is a quiet drama about mutual support, where the relationship helps the characters move forward. Milk, 2017. The story revolves around a withdrawn teenager who feels like an outsider in his own family. His parents are preoccupied with their own problems, and he receives little support at home. The only place where he feels safer is his friend's house. The friend's mother notices that the boy often stays after school and tries to create a simple, caring atmosphere for him. Conversations in the kitchen, dinner at the table, ordinary everyday moments. For the teenager, this becomes something new and important. Gradually, he begins to develop a stronger attachment to this feeling of warmth and security. The film shows how emotional emptiness can force a person to seek closeness where they feel understood. It's a quiet and deeply personal story about growing up and the need to be heard.
Great art comes from suffering.
Paint, 2018. The protagonist is a teenager who dreams of becoming an artist, but doesn't believe in his abilities. He spends a lot of time drawing, trying to find his own style and figure out what he wants for the future. At his friend's house, he meets his friend's mother, a once talented artist who gave up her creative work due to life's difficulties. Gradually, their conversation begins to inspire both. The teenager gains confidence, and the woman remembers why she once loved drawing. The film shows how chance encounters can change people and help them move forward. Mrs. Fletcher, 2019. Eve Fletcher is a caring mother who has lived solely for her son's interests for years. When he leaves for college, her life suddenly becomes empty and quiet. She begins to rethink the past, try new activities, and meet new people. Meanwhile, her son faces the challenges of adulthood, which prove far more difficult than he expected. This story unfolds in parallel, showing how mother and son learn independence in their own ways. This series is about change, loneliness, and the struggle to begin a new chapter in life. The Museum, 2021. The plot begins with a museum heist that shakes a small town. The investigation gradually uncovers family secrets hidden for years. The young protagonists find themselves drawn into the story, learning the truth about their parents and their family's past. Complex emotional bonds develop between the characters, changing their views on trust and intimacy. The series combines detective intrigue with family drama, demonstrating how the past can unexpectedly influence the present. The Catholic School, 2021. Set in 1970s Rome, the film follows a group of teenagers attending a prestigious Catholic school for boys. Their lives appear calm and prosperous. Strict rules, religious upbringing, and parental expectations create a sense of order and control. However, behind this outward discipline lie internal conflicts, insecurities, and repressed emotions. The teenagers struggle to understand themselves, their identities, and their relationships with the world around them, but they don't always find support either at school or at home. Gradually, the film reveals how environmental pressure, the desire to conform, and the inability to communicate their feelings begin to influence the characters' behavior. Their friendships and outlook on life shift, and the story's atmosphere becomes increasingly tense. This isn't just a film about school. It's a story about growing up, responsibility, and the importance of understanding and emotional support in adolescence. The Informers, 2008. Los Angeles in the 1980s. Several young people live in a world of parties, money, and freedom, but feel empty inside. The relationships become increasingly tangled. They seek intimacy but can't maintain it. Relationships with older people only deepen their sense of lostness. The film depicts a generation trying to find meaning in life, but facing loneliness and indifference. And The Rain 2, 2020. A young protagonist is going through a period of coming of age and trying to figure out who he wants to become. During this time, an older woman appears in his life, becoming an important companion and supporter. Their interactions help him rethink friendship, love, and the responsibility for his decisions. However, along with this comes the realization that some feelings can be more complex than they seem. The film depicts the transition from adolescence to adulthood, when a person begins to accept the consequences of their actions. These were films about complex emotions, growing up, and unexpected relationships. If you liked this collection, please like and subscribe to the channel. And let me know in the comments what topic we'd like to explore in the next video.